Hi loves, it's your girl Jade Alycia here, and I'm gonna tell you how to start a business on a tight to no money budget. So stay tuned if you want to see how I did it 3 times. I am here today and I can't wait to share with you guys some of my tips on how I successfully started 3 businesses and a blog all by myself. I'm pretty much the only one that runs each and every one of them for right now until I can hire staff for them. But it was a super exciting journey and it was something that I learned so much from. So I just want to share that with you all so you guys can do it too. I mean, success is to be shared, it's not to just be taken up by one person. So I figure why not tell you guys what I know. So first of all, before I go into everything, you guys can follow me at the Unjaded Journaled for everyday fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. It's kind of like my whole thing, and I'll put my Instagram here for you guys so you can see. That's me. And I also have a branding company where I design logos, graphics, everything you need for entrepreneurs, bigger businesses, whatever it is, any design need that you have, I am willing to fill it. And I also do marketing packages with clients and with bloggers and all that type of stuff. So if you guys are interested in working with me on a more in-depth level, you can check me out at jwbranding.co. So let's hop right into tip number 1. So tip number 1, I said, is to definitely draft up your business plan. When you want to start a business, there's so many things that you have to go through, technical, legal, just all that. And you really want to be prepared and knowing what your goals are for the first year, 2, or even 3 years, because those are the hardest when you start a business. Your business is most likely to fail within the first 2 to 3 years of its starting. So that is always the roughest patch for every entrepreneur, for every business person. So you definitely want to have a business plan so that you can stay on target, so that you can stay motivated, because there will be a lot of failures, but there will also be a lot of successes, and it would just help to keep you pushing and keep your eye on the bigger picture as you're going through each tiny little step that may seem overwhelming at times, but may be super satisfying in the end. So tip number 2 is to create or have someone design for you a low budget or free website. For me, I personally designed all of my websites, so all 4 of my websites I designed myself. I customized each template, so nothing is something you can just go on Wix or Weebly and download. Mine are all customized. So if you guys are interested in having me design a website for you, you can definitely email me at jwbranding.co and kind of tell me what you're looking for. I can shoot pricing for you. But that is so important that you have a website to back up your business. I personally meet people that don't have a website and aren't on Instagram, and I legit don't think that they are an actual business. It seems more like just a hobby or an unofficial business, something that's not really registered, that they don't pay taxes for. So the whole point of having a website is that someone can be like, hey, what's your website? Go see all about you, all your products, everything that you offer, and make you seem really legit, like you know your stuff, you know what you're doing, you know what you're selling, you know your target market, you understand who your person is and what kind of niche they fit in and what they like, what they don't like, where they're willing to shop, where they're not. And if you don't have a website, it's kind of like, you just had an idea, but you didn't go full force with it, and nobody really knows it because you don't really explain it well. And so many people are so visual that it's good to have a visual representation of your business. Even if you have a brick and mortar, I would highly, highly, highly suggest that you do a website, because there's going to be people that are all around the world. I reach out to people and people reach out to me that are in Italy, Australia, that are in France, that are in Russia, that are in all these different places, Germany, all of that, and they all love fashion. And they reach out to me for my designs, and if they're interested in something, a particular piece or event, whatever the case might be, I would never reach those people on a day-to-day if I'm just waiting for someone to just walk in my store or someone to just ask me what I do. I'm not going to meet them. So it's a way to extend yourself to the world wide web, and it's also a way to keep up with competition, because you have to keep in mind that there are so many other businesses, there's so many other people that do the exact same thing that you do. And so you have to make yourself stand out, and websites are a way to create the atmosphere for your business of what it's going to be like when someone's working with you, or when they walk into your store. Like, you're supposed to create that online atmosphere to be cohesive with your entire brand. So it's completely essential to have a website. Instagram accounts do not replace websites, they just help support them. That just shows that you're in the social game, that you're really active, that you're really up on the in and the now and all of that. And that's another way to get new clients, filter them through, put them on your email list, but it's not a replacement for your website. So it's key to have a website. As an official business, you are going to need to do a website. Preferably an e-commerce website, but it also depends on what exactly it is that you do. I know that all of mine are e-commerce websites because I sell products, or I sell packages, or I sell services through each one of my websites. So it's definitely something that's not just like, hey, I'll put up a like landing page really quick and that's my website. No, you need to have an about page, a home page, a product page, what you do, what your mission is, who your target client is, what the atmosphere is, buying from you, shopping for you, who are you, what have you done, why do I want to buy your stuff. So basically your website is your resume. So look at it that way. Okay, tip number 3. Before I start tip number 3, you guys can follow me on Instagram at the Unjaded Journals, and don't forget to visit my website because I have a ton of blog posts on my business page that are more about starting new brands, businesses, tips, all that entrepreneurial spirit stuff is there. And I will also link below additional information for branding your business, branding your face with your business, starting your business, all of that type of stuff, tips, blogs, videos that I have. I will link them in the description box. So tip number 3 is to know your mission statement. And this is crucial to ever getting clients, because if you don't know what you're about, how is anybody else supposed to know? This is your business. You have to know. And your mission statement can't be something super general, like, I'm here to serve men and women, stylish stuff. Like, what does that mean? Like, what stylish stuff? What type of man or woman? What age bracket are you looking for? Like, what income bracket are you going for? You really have to get very specific as to what it is you do and how it is you're serving people, because people want to be served. It's not really about you and your business anymore, it's about your customer. So you definitely want to aim your mission statement and word it so that it is about your customer. Alright guys, we are on to tip number 4. This is crazy. This one actually I'm still working on mastering, and it's kind of hard. But it is to master your 30-second pitch, your elevator pitch. I actually just learned about this maybe a year or 2 ago, and I'm really still trying to do it. It's just practice makes perfect, but it also ties into knowing your mission statement, because when you know your mission statement, you know exactly how to get that customer, reel them in, and tell them something about your business within 30 seconds. Because you might not have 10 minutes to explain and pull up your website and all this other stuff to exchange information. I know, especially when you're like in New York, you're passing by people, you don't have much time to connect. So you need to know your business inside and out so that you can then persuade people to be interested in you and what you do. It's super hard for me because I find that, like, I want to say so much, and so I have to limit myself. It all sounds great, but I need to shorten it into something that's 30 seconds so I can just get to the point and tell you what I'm about, and then you're satisfied, you are also intrigued to learn more, and then we connect. So I have 3 businesses. For those that don't know, I have jwbranding.co, which is my marketing and branding for entrepreneurs and business companies. So I design websites, logos, cards, whatever it is that you need. Then I have Jade Alycia Inc., which is my fashion company, and that is where I design all sustainable couture designs for women, and those are really for the trendsetter millennials. And then I have the Glamorous Touch, which is my beauty services. So I go around and I book clients and we do makeups, photo shoot, all of that type of stuff, weddings, everything, girls' night out. Yeah, you just plan accordingly. And then I also have my blog here, the Unjaded Journal, where it's really just a personalized way to connect with all three of my audiences, because I talk to entrepreneurs, I talk to fashionistas, I talk to beauty gurus. So it's just like one platform to mesh everybody together and really give everyone a little something extra special about my life and what I do on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, so that's kind of like where my journal came into play. And it's funny because I never thought I would ever be a blogger, like in a million years. And if you kind of read my story on my about page on the unjadedjournal.com, you will see that, and you'll see like where my background really was and how I got kind of pushed in the way of becoming a blogger. So yeah, that is my tip number 4. And tip number 5 is to seek wisdom and knowledge in your niche. Number 5. So I think that it's so important to never limit yourself. And no matter how well I knew fashion on my own, I always was eager to learn more, to see more, to find different techniques, to try different things, to see what other people are doing, see if that might work for me, to always learn and to never feel like I know everything and I know every way of doing anything and how to improve and see like where my shortcomings are so I could keep up with competition. It's so crucial to always keep learning and to never stop learning, because the moment you stop learning and stop being open to learning is when you become dated and you become not so desirable. Everybody is constantly upgrading their look, their products, their customers, their quality. And if you're just sitting like this for 5 years, you're gonna miss a lot of new people, because a lot of new people are gonna be like, you don't have, what such and such has, and your pricing is really high, but I don't really see why, and like, I'm really not interested. You seem kind of like out of date, and you don't ever want to be out of date. You always want to be in the know, always on the fresh, the new. So you always have to keep digging as an entrepreneur and really just educate yourself and know that your mission statement is your motivator for everything else that you do, along with your business plan. Those work hand in hand, and they're super essential. And not only to just having growth as a business, but being able to sustain yourself past those 2 really hard, rough years, as any business may have. You really have to know yourself inside and out and what it is you're going to do, because clients are going to ask you and you don't ever want to be stumped on a question and not have an answer for them. So I hope these 5 tips were really, really helpful. Comment below and let me know which one was the most helpful or which one you want to know more about. And again, I will link all other business related blog posts and videos down in the description box. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I love your support, and I can't wait to see you guys next week for a new video. Bye.